Cheryl Burke, welcome to Money Rehab.
Thank you.
So good to see
It's
your
so good to
face.
see you in person.
I know.
I only know you via Zoom.
Okay, so you left Dancing with the Stars just recently after 500 years.
500,000 seasons, yes.
What's the Rent song? 525. Like that
Who's
seems
counting?
like how many? 26 seasons?
Mm-hmm. I've done a total of 26
Damn.
seasons over a span of 17 years.
Oh my God. And was your body just done, ready to
Yeah,
retire?
but it wasn't, I could have probably danced another few seasons, but it was more mentally and growth. I think I've been and I still am in a period of change and evolving as a human being. And for me, it's like growth doesn't come from comfort zones,
No, it
whatsoever. So though it was as scary as, I don't know if you can swear, but as shit, it was, and I'm still waiting. Like in a way, it's like, well, sometimes I still totter back. And I'm like, did I make even the right decision, or am I just needing to be patient and just let it be? Because it's just never comfortable. I don't remember the last time I made a decision like this was actually moving to LA to do the show, and it was just as uncomfortable. I also know that there's so many dancers that want my job, and I'm like, I've done this. Like, there's nothing else for me to prove, and I would have hoped to maybe have grown within the family. But, if they don't necessarily see me as another role as a part of the brand Dancing with the Stars, that's totally fine. But I need to move forward then.
So you said you were teetering back and forth, like if you made the right decision. You're not going to pull out Tom Brady, are you?
Hell no.
Not going back.
No.
Is there any celebrity you would go back for?
No. Brad Pitt.
You heard it here first.
He would never do it, though. He would never do it.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite?
Emmett Smith was definitely one of my favorites. We went back in season 3 during the younger days of my Dancing with the Stars career. And then AJ McLean, Backstreet Boys, he was a good one.
Yeah. Was that like your teenage heart bursting?
No.
No.
I didn't have a normal child, I guess, hood, because my mom was very much a tiger, and she still is tiger mom. And so it was only dance rehearsal and A's or B's in school. Like, it was like there was no other. Or dancing when my mom and I would fight, it'd be me dancing in the middle of Union Square. I'm from the Bay Area, and making money that way. And boy, did I make some money. Huh?
Tell me more about that.
Oh, so my mom and I remember got in a fight over a period of time. She goes, I'm not paying for your flights to Blackpool, England, which is equivalent to the Olympics for the ballroom world. So we would always travel there every year, like end of May. And I said, okay, fine. And so I had to... Me and my partner, we were in those Adidas like rip away suits.
Yes.
With somebody holding a cardboard like piece and saying, help these dancers get to England. And someone was holding a boombox. I'm not kidding. This was like back in the 90s, but still.
Wow.
We made around $2,000.
Just from like tips.
From people, yeah. I mean, we were dancing our hearts and souls out, but yeah.
Baby Cheryl.
I was like 13 years old or 14.
And you went.
Mm-hmm. Bye, Mom. Don't need your money, Mom.
And was that the first time where you were like, yeah, I can make money dancing?
No, because it was instilled in my brain that I was never going to make money, because my mom's a businesswoman, so she came from like rags to riches. Long story short, she grew up in poverty in the Philippines. And then she had this idea. She was a nurse, as not all, but most Filipino women are. And she thought of developing the very first nursing agency out there. It's called Nurse Providers. And then she continued and made a chain throughout the world, really. And it basically provides nurses with agents and helps them book them into hospitals or private, care or whatever. And so she really made a huge name for herself. And she took me to where she grew up, and it was just not ideal for sure, and it was that alone, like that was amazing to see. But then also, she also instilled in my brain, like, how can you make money this was before Dancing with the Stars or before any reality show, but how do you make money when dancing requires you and you don't have employees working for you? You can't make money in your sleep when you're dancing.
She's asking, how do you scale your business?
Well,
because
sure.
if you're in the business, if your body is the
and
business,
she's right, by the way. And I'm not even saying, well, I told you so, Mom. But like, yes, absolutely. Like, who knew that this was ever going to happen? Dancers were known to be backup dancers,
Yeah. I mean, or not make a lot of money. Like listen, okay. I went to performing arts high school and was a dancer.
You look like a dancer.
Talk about
you really do.
$1.5 million years ago.
You're ballerina.
And I was like, but I need to make money. Yes. And I was like, I can't make money. dancers don't eat. They don't, they're starving, literally starving.
The budget is very low for
Right?
that. Yeah.
And so I'm sure your mom didn't want you to dance because you weren't going to make money, or she assumed you weren't going to make money.
Yeah, for sure. Because it was like, unless you are, well, at that time, it was like, no, I mean, Jennifer Lopez, but like, she had just, like, she's a triple threat. I definitely don't sing. Don't want to hear that. But yeah, there was nothing to compare what it is now to back then.
Look at you defying those odds.
I
Okay,
mean,
girl.
I could have been a part of In Living Color, but that was before my time. I could have been a fly girl.
I mean, but what's so great about Dancing with the Stars is that it's created so much wealth for dancers.
Yeah.
In a space that's not
Oh,
typically
yeah.
associated with making a lot of money.
Oh, for sure.
You do it for the passion and the art and all the good, touchy-feely, warm, fuzzy things, which
Yeah,
is great.
but then you're like, now what? Because a dancer's life is not very long.
Well, that's the point. So what is the shelf life for a dancer typically?
Well, I should have retired a long time ago, because especially as a competitor, you don't really make money as a competitor. You make money because of the status, because of where you are in the world or where you're ranked. And then from there, you get students, you get to do like showcases, but still, you don't make that much money in the competitive world. It's honestly for only, and I say this, I'm not exaggerating, it's only for the love of dance. You spend money more than you make money. So with all these parents who have their kids in ballroom, I'm only speaking ballroom, that genre, ballroom dancing, competitive ballroom dancing, they work their asses off to support their kid for you to then just win a plastic trophy. Like, there's really nothing. There's no money. Not even as a professional competitor. So
but those like all the stuff is expensive. How much is all
right.
that?
Well, I mean, nowadays it's probably, I don't even know. It's probably at least $15,000 to $20,000 for a costume. But like,
Wait,
you get
what?
sponsored because it's Swarovski rhinestones. Oh yeah.
Stop it. Wait.
And it's all made by hand.
One costume?
Probably, depending on
Like those were the costumes you were wearing?
Oh yeah.
For
On Dancing with the
15 grand.
Stars?
Girl, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's not like you ever go to the Marriott and look at the dance competition there. That's where we have most of them. But yeah, easily. Because those are real Swarovski rhinestones, especially nowadays.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry, continue.
No,
Okay.
because but they like one by one.
Damn. Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah. The wardrobe team does not get enough props. They whip this stuff up in 3 days. It's like a turnaround of 3 days because it's a live show.
Okay. Okay. So all this stuff is expensive. Costumes are expensive. Lessons
Dance
are expensive.
lessons, travel, hotel, coaching, rental. Just to, unless you're, again, sponsored and you're like top 7 of the world. Yeah.
And with the money that you've made now, what does your mom think about your career choices?
She's a what's next person. She's not one just to celebrate the moment where, from doing all the work, it's like, yes, it's great to have plans A through Z. Totally. But that's me living in anxiety constantly. And I already am a high functioning, anxious person. But I know that life will just pass you by in 2 seconds. And it'll be, no one is going to say, your funeral, look how much money this person made. I hope not, right?
No.
I hope there's more
Right.
to it. And it's like, look, it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy road, this transformation or this me wanting to evolve. But like, it really wasn't, I didn't feel right staying in the same, I guess it's been an amazing opportunity, but it's been just a lot of the same motion.
So you're in this transition period. How does that feel? And I think a lot of listeners can relate to that, right? You
Yeah.
grew up in this career, literally, and now you're potentially going to other careers or
Yeah.
trying new verticals.
Yeah, it's not easy because I'm very much branded by Dancing with the Stars. Like, oh, it's that dancer, dance monkey, dance. It's like, no.
I'm not your monkey.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not your dance monkey.
Yes, exactly. And if you'd like that, it's going to cost you. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. But yeah, it's not easy. However, I know a lot of people who are in this business who just refuse to try and find another job or another title, or even like if they're like a child actor, it's very rare that they switch careers, even if they're not working.
Right. But you did, it sounds like,
I'm trying. It's not easy.
Nothing is.
No.
What advice would you give to somebody else who's looking potentially to make a big career change, or like the industry that they've known or have connections in or known for?
I think it's important, again, how you feel, because, you know, I've gained with this whole process as you know, I'm still really very much in it, and I'm still like, oh, okay, what is this going to be, this transition? Though I just retired in November, like I also need to
You
chill.
need a minute. Yeah.
Because you know what it is? Society today is like, what's next? What's next? What's next? I'm like, how about nothing? How about
you need a break?
Nothing.
Whoever says that, I'd be like, you go on
Everyone
800
says that.
seasons
Like,
of
what's next?
Dancing with
What's
the Stars.
next? You know, and it's like, what if I said nothing is next?
Yes.
Not a damn
Let us
thing.
celebrate that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of shame when you say that. For me at least, because like I think that people, especially here in the United States, you know, living everywhere in the world, they celebrate hustle, and hustle is not necessarily a good thing for you. And they celebrate stress, like, oh, she's just working 24 hours a day, but they're not really understanding or seeing the after effect, which could be Alzheimer's, which could be dementia, which could
Burnout.
lead to burnout, which then leads to, you know, longer, you know, diseases. And, you know, it's definitely something that I hope one day we can switch the mentality and just celebrate more of the times that we have off. Because I do it too. I always like have guilt or shame for just like, maybe I just don't know what to answer when you ask me what's next. Like, I actually don't know.
But you can,
You know?
own it and be in that power. It sounds like you've done the work around it, but amen for that. It sounds like you want to put your busy badge of honor down.
Yeah.
And
Because it's not necessarily busy. Like, it's not productive. Like, busy doesn't mean productive. And I'm really trying to learn that. That's hard for me to swallow.
Where do you think the shame comes from? Is it that you're always pushed to achieve? Was it kind of the
My
tiger
mom.
mom? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it was not my mom pushing it on me. It's just seeing her hustle. And not everyone's hustle is going to be the same or valued the same. And again, like we talked about earlier before this podcast, it's really about filling yourself up from the inside out and not from the outside in. And it's so much easier said than done. And I'm by no means even close to perfecting it, because I still find pleasure, or I think I find pleasure in other things now that I'm sober, like shopping or like Amazon. But then, you know, it's interesting because I've also noticed, and this is a lot of work, meaning like having to observe my feelings instead of feeling brainwashed by my own thoughts, you know, because it's not real, most of our thoughts.
I mean, we do search for external solutions to
Yeah.
internal problems, but we all, it's like,
It doesn't make you feel
couple
better.
steps forward, couple steps back.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but
No.
it feels like a quick fix at the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think you're right. Hopefully nobody says this even about me, like how much money somebody made, because I do think at the end of the day, money without meaning is just paper. But it is fun to follow the money trail. So
Oh
will
my
you
God,
help me do that?
Will you help me do that?
Anytime, all day,
think your
every day.
trail's better than mine.
Twice on Sunday. Okay, so the first thing I saw in my research,
Oh no. On TMZ research or?
on the internet, is that celebrity guests make a lot more than the pros on the show. Is that right?
Not always.
Oh.
But we also are, it's not favored nations anymore as pro dancers.
For anyone who doesn't know
And
what most
everything on
favorite
the internet,
nations.
everything on the internet that I've seen is so wrong. Every single article.
Okay, can we just clarify if it is wrong?
I don't
Here's
know.
what it says. The starting salary for celebrities is $125,000.
I don't know it's different for them too. It's not favored nations. Favored nations means that we all get paid the same, equal.
Okay.
But we did back in the day, me and the dancers. I can only speak on behalf of myself,
Okay.
obviously, and then maybe the dancers, but no more. Because I've been on for 25 seasons, and then Joe Schmo, who comes on for a season, there's no way in hell you're going to get paid the same as I am.
You shouldn't.
Right.
You put in your time.
think?
You wore a
Yes.
lot of Swarovski crystal outfits.
Lots, yeah.
What I found really interesting is that the more weeks you're on, the more you get paid.
That is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's this like incentive to do well.
For the celebs especially.
Okay.
Some dancers though don't. You get a guarantee sometimes.
No matter how many.
Some of them. So I can only speak for myself. I got a guarantee.
Okay. So if you were with a partner that wasn't great,
I
let's
still
say.
would get a guarantee.
Perfect.
Not
Okay.
necessarily
So
through the whole season though,
Okay.
but for most of it.
So if you won or if you were eliminated, same.
No, if you win, it would be a lot more.
How does that work?
Because
Like
it
bonuses?
wasn't so the amount wasn't necessarily from week 1 of the training period, which is 3 weeks before we go live, till week 10 or 11, depending on how long the show is, right? So I'd get paid up till a certain week. And then if I continued, then I'd get more and more and more until hopefully I make the finale. But if I got eliminated first, I would still get paid up till that certain week. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Minimum guarantee.
Yeah, there we go.
Vibes.
What's it called?
Minimum guarantee.
Yeah. Big girl talk. I have no idea.
You're doing great.
Even though that's not that big, but yeah.
We're doing great.
Okay, cool.
But it sounds like you're seriously incentivized, right? To stay on the show as long as possible. Does that sound like a healthy system to you? That sounds really stressful to me.
What do you mean?
Like, if you're going to get paid more the longer you're on, does that make you crazy? Crazier?
With my situation, I was very blessed in the fact that I always got asked back. So it wasn't a one and done. And not every dancer can say that, So it's like, maybe it's different for them, but for me, no, it was just this whole 7 days a week. There was no time to even care for sometimes my dog, let alone myself. But this is my personality. So it's not like this for everybody. This is just because of who I am. I'm very excessive. It's either all or nothing.
What the internet says is that the starting salary for a pro is $1,600 an episode.
No,
it's
not for me.
It's way higher, hopefully.
I mean, what if I were to say way lower? Can you imagine? No, it's not that low. It's higher.
Okay. So it said, allegedly, that if you're a pro who's been on for a while, you could get like $5,000 an episode.
That is ridiculous. It's higher. That's all I'm
Like
going to say.
a
Like
lot
a lot
higher?
higher. That is ridiculous, that number. This is why I know what you're reading. It is so off. It's like I'm laughing out loud every time I see something like that, or when other articles write about that article. You guys are so off.
Don't I'm just
You guys
reading
are so off. It's so crazy.
So what, like, can you
I don't
talk
know where
about
they're getting that number
directionally
from. I have no idea.
out of their booty?
Like maybe that was season 1, but I swear to God, the 5 was definitely not. Like maybe it was the first week of season 1. Maybe.
Because it's a big ass show.
Yes.
It makes a lot of money
for charity work.
Right. No, it's not.
Like, and it's not like anyone wins like a toward your charity. No.
So how did you determine your partner? If you're more incentivized, generally speaking, if you're generally making more money, right? The longer you stay on, are you more like, I want a good partner?
But we all want that. But I want
How
more
did you
of
pick?
a part. We don't pick our
Oh, okay.
partners. I wish we did. Can you imagine? I'd be like, but no, we actually have a casting director, and then they all meet because they now know, like for the ones that have been on, the dancers that have been on the longest, like you understand, like I was known as their taskmaster. Like I was known as this person who probably doesn't know who the celebrity is and who doesn't care if you're a celebrity. So if you come into this dance studio and you say you want to win, then no bullshit. So this is who I am anyway, right? So they know not to put like this sensitive, poor, vulnerable man with me because I would tear them apart. So I've always had sports players, not all, but most of them. And when it comes to dance ability, I'd much rather have like Jack Osborne and Rob Kardashian were 2 of my favorite dance partners because they came into the show with 0 dance experience, but they were so genuine and authentic to who they were, and they weren't scared to be vulnerable. So as a celebrity going into the show, if you are too insecure to be vulnerable, you should never sign up for Dancing with the Stars. Period. End of discussion. You need to be able to trust somebody who you may not have never met, but like we are there for you. We're there for the celebrities. And when you don't trust them, then it's a nightmare.
Because I think like, the athletes look really fit or are really fit, but that doesn't translate into dancing.
No, it's mentally fit. It's who's mentally the fittest. It's nothing to do with physical. It's 90 seconds. If that. It's 60 seconds. Like you can fucking do it for 60 seconds.
Maybe comedy is in the future. You're hilarious.
I could. Now that would be like me dancing ass naked. I couldn't do it. No, I could not do stand up.
So it's the mental toughness.
I think so. Like a lot of people are like, oh my God, I lost so much weight. Yes, of course, because you're mentally
stressed. You're stressed. I know what that's
totally.
like.
I mean, it's a great diet, but
yeah.
It's not, the longevity isn't there.
And what happens if you're injured? Like, do you not get paid or anything if you're injured?
So I wouldn't like to say I broke my partner's arm. I've broken a lot of my dance partners before. Like one completely fractured his foot, another one's arm, like something snapped on live TV, and we continued, but we made the final because of it. So it depends on how injured you get. Okay. Now, Misty May, I forgot her last name, but she's a soccer player. She played for the U.S. team. Her Achilles popped live during rehearsal, so she had to bow out completely. But like the ones that can still have, like if you break one arm, don't worry, you got another arm. Like we can make it happen. If you can actually get through it.
That's bananas.
This is why God made 2. God made 2.
Like Noah's
Two
Ark
eyes,
of the body.
2 arms, 2 legs. If one goes wrong, you got another one. We're good.
I'm dead.
This is fucking Survivor. I'm telling you, I've always compared Dancing with the Stars in a good way and bad, but to Survivor.
Okay, this is a really nerdy question. Do you have special insurance or something?
I have insured my legs. Lloyd's of London.
Yes.
Absolutely.
How much are they insured for?
A lot. Yeah.
Great.
Couple million.
Great.
I'd make more money if someone ran me over just now than if I were to.
Cheryl.
So sometimes I'd say this as a joke. I'm like, that's all right. It's fine. Go ahead. Run me over.
Oh my God. And you've always had that.
I've had it since I heard, this was like season 3 or 4. I remember Nancy O'Dell saying that she insured her legs. And I was like, yes, bitch. If your legs are insured for just sitting beautiful there underneath this desk, then my legs have to be insured too.
I love this. I mean, like Yo-Yo Ma's fingers.
I don't think
are
everyone
insured.
does this, but I mean, you pay it. It's
Boss
not
bitch.
cheap.
No.
Yeah.
The premiums are crazy
Yeah.
because it's like exotic. It's not
Well,
like
it's
you
not
go to
stuff-
Geico and you're like, yo, I want car insurance and leg insurance.
No, definitely not. And absolutely, like, you need health insurance first. Like, this is just like if you have some extra saved up.
I love this. I'm so happy
But this
you
is
did
this is my life.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
You still have it. You're going to keep it. Keep it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would work though, because I'm not. Well, I guess I'm dancing in
You
my
are.
living room,
You are.
giving
You're doing dance
lessons. Everyone's like,
tutorials.
"Wait, why are
Cha-cha.
you doing dance tutorials when you've retired?" And I'm like, "So that you could learn, dummy."
You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly,
Sir.
And it's free.
Sit down,
for
Linda.
now. Yeah. Shit.
So I love that. Do you know of others who've done like weird insurance stuff? I've
No.
reported on some of them, but
I would like to
escaping me.
totally say it's because of my mom's been very much,
Kinda felt
not
that.
everyone's mother is like this amazing businesswoman, like actually didn't even speak English and turned her fucking holy crap. Like, and I'm blessed to be able to see what she's done and how she's always, because she still sometimes acts like she lives in poverty, and you can't shake that because that was very traumatic for her.
You can't shake that. No matter what's in your bank account, I feel that too. I feel like financial trauma.
Interesting. Do you
Gets
think that manifests into that?
Yeah, totally. I've talked about on the show before, I have an irrational fear of being broke, alone, and homeless, no matter what's in my bank account, no matter like the actual facts. But I think a lot of that drives me because there's no
So you don't spend money.
choice. There's no fallback. Like there's no option for failure.
Right. And you probably feel abundant with not having, let's say, what other people may think abundance is.
I'm working on it. I
Like
think
you have
it's
a roof over
always
your head.
a work in progress. And I never claim
But
to
maybe
be
you're
like,
a little bit more grateful than me. Maybe.
Listen, gratitude and trauma is not a competition.
No, definitely.
sister.
I agree. Thank you for checking me.
So no, I think it's always a work in progress. You can be a work in progress and a masterpiece, right? Like I've learned so much, but there's so much more to learn. I never say, like any expert who tells you they know all the things is fucking lying to you.
Yeah, no,
like
totally.
nobody does.
No,
Or
not one
just-
person.
Right. And so it's not like you figure it out and you're done. There's always like learning and growing, and there's always working on yourself.
Always. It's a forever thing.
It is
Which
a
is
forever
overwhelming.
commitment.
That's
And by
why-
the way, when you have like a lifetime of bad habits,
You learn.
you need like a lifetime to counteract.
Can you imagine if
bad
nothing we did
habits.
was considered failing? Success would feel like nothing.
What would you do?
I would feel really stagnant. I'd like go and purposefully fail. Like as sometimes I feel like sometimes I do, because it's important for me to be like that. Oh, whoa.
Well, what would you do if
Not used to mics.
nobody's opinion mattered? Would you just diamond paint all day long?
That's what I'm waiting for. Like I'm working towards not other people influencing me to where takes me away from my authenticity. Like there's no shame in the authenticity. Every day is a different thing. And it's like, I think we grip on to what was and we latch on to that there's no room for growth sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sometimes even when you do this work, you have to remember that it's chaos and balance have to coexist. Because sometimes when there's chaos, you're like, oh, I'll get back to that like
Yeah.
self-discovery, self-help stuff later after this. But they're always going to exist together. It's always going to be another project.
Yeah.
It's always going to be another thing.
It's interesting you say that because I think I am addicted to fight, flight, or freeze because that's what I know.
Yeah.
So like that's my survival mechanism, but that was when I really needed to do that, when I was being sexually abused when I was younger. But now to live like this is another way of living like with a very stressful mindset, but yet we still celebrate it in a weird way. And I always say, oh, I'm an adrenaline junkie, which is just a lazy answer. I think for me, it's more like I don't know, though there are moments of peace and ease, and because that's just for me, that's the ultimate, right? To feel peace, to feel like I'm safe is a big thing. And so I used to relate to that feeling as being like bored and stagnant, and it's actually quite the opposite. I always wanted to, and this is why I think I had such bad relationships, was because it was the roller coaster ride for me. It was kind of like, that is what, oh, well, this is what love is.
Because it's familiar, because like that chaos.
Right. And you see it also in the movies, like you see it on television, and that's not a real definition of love. The Notebook isn't real.
Breaking news.
Hello.
You heard it here first. Yeah, you can be addicted to the, extreme highs and lows until you say that, you're an adrenaline junkie or you're something else. It sounds like you're evolving what that definition of yourself is.
Yeah. And that was just my way of numbing too. It's like always chasing.
Yeah. I mean,
It's exhausting.
Prescribe not drugs or alcohol, but work. To
To
hide from a chronically abusive and chaotic upbringing. I saw your post about Twitch. Do you feel like in the dance community, this is a silent struggle?
I don't think it's the dance community. I think the community we are in as a whole, I think that people are suffering in silence. So when I get comments on my social media that I overshare, I don't like to say this because it sounds insensitive and it doesn't necessarily feel right. But so I don't mean this in a bad way or in a cold way, but like it just validates what I'm doing is really, it also helps other people, because I could easily listen to that or those comments, the oversharing part. And I could easily convince myself that I am oversharing and that nothing is kept for myself. But I know, because I see it, that me talking about being molested, having shame, because of certain things, and just being open with my experiences, because by no means I'm not a professional therapist, right? Like I'm not certified, and I don't plan on being one, but I do have experience. And I wish there was somebody when I was younger going through this, I wish there was someone to look up to. Or someone sharing their experience, because it's not comfortable to talk about, but every time you do it, for me at least, it just feels right, but it also feels freeing.
Well, it feels right to me.
Thanks.
So thanks for doing it.
Thank you.
I'm going to go talk back to those stupid trolls, or not. Let's like, wish them love and light.
Exactly. Kill them with kindness or erase them, because that's what I do.
Well, why do you think there was
delete.
Like, good, smart. Why do you think there was this shock of what happened with Twitch? Because he was
he wasn't light. Have you ever met him?
No.
So he was this light, and I'm sure he's even brighter now, but like everybody felt so connected, and I could tell, I wasn't very close to Twitch, but I did shoot a pilot with him a couple of years ago, and he's the type of, like, from what I observed as well, and we had mutual friends, like people go to him for just to talk it out. I guess when this happened, I thought to myself, did he ever have somebody to talk to other than people that were his friends or family? Like I always say, maybe therapy isn't like in-person therapy isn't always for everybody. And it's honestly only for people who can afford it, and it's not attainable. But there's so many resources out there, and it's not just about a one-on-one session with your therapist. Like the amount of online courses I've been doing does not cost a lot of money. If anything, it's free, or they offer scholarship, and you can totally do it. It's just about setting 15 to 20 minutes aside for yourself every single day. Because like really, when you, and I think a lot of people are like this, including myself, like sometimes you don't put yourself first. It's like if you have time, you put yourself as a priority, and it has to be the opposite, and it's not selfish. And I think that maybe because Twitch was so loving and he exuded such beautiful light, and, he wasn't always happy, but for the most part, I never felt heavy energy from him ever. It just makes you wonder, and it makes me so sad, though I didn't have, we're not like I said, we weren't really close, but you have no idea what people are going through. You just don't.
Or there's that saying of checking on your strong friends. Mm-hmm. Like check on the ones that you don't think,
Yeah.
there's something going on.
Yeah. Or continue to have these conversations, because like sometimes they may not even say that they may not even know something is wrong, and it's like, but to normalize uncomfortable conversations like what we're having, which is still get sweaty armpits to this day.
So it sounds like you're experimenting with different business
Yes.
ideas. You're selling on Poshmark, like anonymously, or I don't
Totally
know if you want to
not
talk
even
about
proud
that.
of it. But you know what?
I
have
sold
a
on
lot.
eBay, by the way. Like
I'm selling on eBay too, but it's a full-time job.
It is.
Like I need to hire a team. Like I know the Kardashians did, but I have like a lot of, and I'm blessed, but I have a lot of couches that people were giving me, like brands for social
Couches?
media. Yeah. I'm currently selling a huge gray couch on eBay if you'd like.
How much is it?
Well, I'll give you a deal.
Do a plug.
We'll talk later.
Slip into the DMs.
Slip into the DMs. I don't think there is DM on eBay. But I'm selling like all these designer shoes that I don't wear. Like
Great.
anything that I haven't touched in about 6 months, it's for sale. Maybe I should say it's me so that I can sell it for more.
Yeah, by the way, a
It's got
premium.
it has my deodorant stains
Your-
on it. I mean, who
yes,
wouldn't
all
want
my
to pay for
sweat
my
stains.
sweaty armpits?
There are probably so many people that would pay
Ew.
a premium, right? Because the
Gross.
Kardashians do like the closet.
They made like over $1 million.
Right, and
Yeah.
they get it for free in a lot of cases.
Right. There's a lot of
Why
those.
not? No
I do have
shame.
a lot. Exactly. Well, yeah, but then you're retired. You're now selling your shit on Poshmark.
Who the fuck cares?
But this
Laugh
is-
all the way to the bank.
I know. This is what I'm working on. See, people still affect me.
And we're gonna do it. I love that.
Yeah. If you want me to sell you anything for you, we'll work out a deal. You use my platform. I already have like 2,500 followers. So
Okay. Imagine if
And
you
I've
just
sold
said
15 pieces.
who you are. Yeah, and please sell my shit on Poshmark.
oh, I love
Because it's like,
Poshmark.
it does feel like
It's so much
a whole
easier than eBay.
full-time job.
Oh, it is.
Because you
like
have to
I
go to
take
the
pictures. No,
what
I
do
have
you do? You take what? How do
I
you
have
get
lighting. No, you have no idea, because it's all about, for me at least, this is why I'm a ballroom dancer, but attention to detail is very important.
Yes.
So everything has to be like, it took me just
product
weeks.
photos?
Well, I paid someone to actually, just kidding. I did half of it, but whatever.
But then you have to go mail it. Do you like print the labels?
I actually go and do it and hand deliver it to USPS myself, which is just down in Laurel Canyon.
Okay. So here's what my business advice is going to be.
Wait,
say
you haven't
who
heard
you are.
all my other businesses.
Okay, tell me about the other
We
businesses.
have a dance program that's been 10
Hell
years
yeah.
in the making called Body Language. It's related. I have a
Love it.
somatic therapist connected to it, and it's basically movement heals.
Online.
Well, I don't know yet because we
Okay.
haven't. Like, we're in the process of editing, but fucking
You
shit,
have
I need
videos.
money. I need someone to invest. It's
Okay.
just a lot of money, and I'm not willing to invest more than I already have, because that's something my mom did teach me too. Was like, don't invest all your money into one thing.
I need to talk to your mom.
Why? Do you disagree?
Because I'm just investing in a network. Yeah.
Well, that's different, Oprah. You're being Oprah right now.
Okay.
But like, you're not investing it all. You have your home. Let's not forget.
Thanks.
Right?
Tables have turned.
Did you buy this home?
No.
Okay.
But a class? It's class or school or what?
It'll be like a program. So it'll be like so it's not a dance. I don't like to say the word dance because it's intimidating. So it's movement, therapeutic movement. And it's basically, yes, dances that you've seen me do on Dancing with the Stars, but it's more, there's no music. It's not an exercise class, and it's not a tutorial.
We end the shows with a tip you can take straight to the bank. You've taught yourself so much about business and finance and money. What would you tell others like that you wish you knew earlier?
Invest in yourself.
It pays
Because-
most dividends.
I don't even know what that is. I'm like, too big of a word. Dividends. I can spell it though. I was a really great speller.
Excellent.
But
half
yes,
the battle.
invest in yourself, and just know that the best money is when you make money in your sleep.
Yeah, passive income.
Sherry Burke. That's my mother's name.
Thanks, Sherry.
Thanks, Sherry
There's
Burke.
the tip from Sherry. Dividends is basically when you invest in something and it gives you a return.
Oh.
Like if you're investing in a stock, it can
I did
issue
invest in
dividends.
something, and I've lost it all. Well, my whole family did. We invested quite a lot.
Oh God.
Blaze was the company, and I mean, we don't need to air
I hate
this,
them.
but like, no, but like, so they basically asked for another round, and we were like, we've already invested a lot of our money.
Wow.
And I didn't invest
What is
that
it?
much.
What kind of company is it?
Blaze, it's like a microchip that they put in your phone, but this is because it happened right before COVID, and like it really sucks. I actually am the least invested in.
What if we just find like mutual fund or index funds?
Or why don't we just
I'm
like
just
I
gonna
just need
come
to make
over.
I just need to make money. This
I'm
is
gonna
all I care
organize.
about.
Okay.
I also have to pay myself back for some investments.
Okay.
We've got a
Pay
long
yourself
road.
first. Yeah, we
but
do.
it's very much, at least it's not like a road. It's like a road.
Okay, Cheryl. Let's go on that ride.
Let's go on
Next
the road.
time you have to
Fight,
pack
fight, or
snacks.
freeze road.
Amazing.